Hi beauties, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the new Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define concealers, and I'm super excited to share them with you and show you how I use them. But before I start, I just want to give a quick shout out to those of you who are stopping by my channel for the first time. I just want to say hi, hello, thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoy my content, and if you do, don't forget to like and comment, and most importantly hit the subscribe button down below. The tea on these concealers. I'm sure you've seen loads of reviews floating around YouTube. They are becoming increasingly popular and well known. I think they've maybe even reached like US side because they're just stunning. They were initially reviewed by the makeup ambassadors of Makeup Revolution. I don't know if that's what they're called, but I'm just gonna call them that. So Carmi MUA, Safe Does Nails, and Makeup by Tammy. It's actually Makeup by Tammy as a person of colour, woman of colour, who I based what shades I wanted to go off. So it's really nice that they have a kind of really like diverse brand ambassadors, because Safe is quite pale, Carmi is quite tanned, and then obviously Makeup by Tammy is quite, she's black but she's not too dark, but she's brown skin. So it's just nice to have kind of be able to watch a review for someone close to your skin tone before you even get the products. These concealers retail at £4 a pop, which is beyond affordable, like beyond affordable. And I promise you, if you go into Superdrug, it is very unlikely that you will find a concealer of this price and this quality in Superdrug. I mean, maybe you'll find an MUA, the Superdrug, not even Superdrug brand, but a brand in Superdrug, Makeup Academy concealer for £4, but I doubt it will have the same quality as these concealers. No tea, no shade, just straight fact, baby. But yeah, so they are £4 a pop, and they do have a pretty wide range. A lot of people have said that even though it is a wide range, they released 18 colours to start off with. There are a lot of gaps in the shades, like there are some areas for improvement, but I'm sure like Makeup Revolution will probably release some more shades. I mean, I'm sure everyone is hoping that they will, but yeah. So these are what the concealers look like. I don't know if my camera wants to focus, but it's kind of plasticky tube. Is it plastic? Is it glass? I'm not even sure. Pyrex? I don't really know. But it's a hard concealer, really nice stuff. And the applicator is a kind of wand applicator. I don't know how to call it. It's like a wand sponge applicator. At first, when I saw it on the like initial review, I didn't know if I was gonna like it. I'm more prone to like concealers with like this kind of applicator, or a concealer that you can kind of just pick up straight away with a brush, as opposed to this, because I feel like you get a little bit more product out of this, especially when it's near the end. But upon using it, I am really impressed with it. It does pick up a lot of product, and it's a good applicator. So my initial thoughts were cancelled as soon as I started using the concealer. I did want to do an initial review, but I bought these a while back because I had exams and I just didn't have time to film, and I was too excited, so I opened them and started using it, and I use it on a regular basis now because they are amazing. So I'm just gonna swatch the shades. Well, I've already swatched on my hand, but it's a little bit dry, but now I'll leave it. So I'm just gonna show you the shades that I use, which are C12, C13 and C18. So this is what it looks like: 12, 13 and 18. So 18 is the darkest shade, which is what I use to contour, of course, and C12 and C13 are what I use to highlight. So obviously C13 is really light, so I go in with this first and highlight with that, but it works really well. And I also use C13 to clean up my brows. I totally forgot to show you, but I wanted to show you guys the shade range. And Makeup by Tammy she swatched the concealers on her hand and put them on her Insta story, and I screenshotted it prior to buying it just so I could get the same shade range and see what I wanted to get. So this is what it looks like. I'm hoping it will focus well, but as you can see, if it's showing up correctly, I'm not really too sure. But C12 and C13, which are the colours I have on my hands, like guys, there could really be 2 or 3 shades in between them, which is why some people were a little bit wary of it. I mean, for a start, it's really good to release 18 shades, but I mean, look at that colour and look at this colour. So many shades in between. Same with C13 and C14, if you can see. I'm not even sure if it's focus, but yeah, I mean, it's a nice range of colours, but there's so much they could include in between. And I mean, how hard is it to mix these 2 colours and get something in between, guys? I mean, I don't know how it works, but I feel like a little bit more effort could have gone into creating an even more diverse range, so to say. Because I mean, if you look at this side, you could potentially argue that some of these products, some of these colours are really similar, but I don't know. And another thing, some of the concealers did actually look a little bit grey in person. So to say, when I went to Superdrug to get some of the concealers, I initially intended on getting C13, 14 and 15, I believe, but when I looked at 15, it looked a little bit like, not great, it looked too cool, like it didn't look warm enough, so I didn't get it. But it's not really illustrated in the photo, but when you see the concealer in person, some shades, not even just the darker shades, some of the light shades are just so cool that there's no warm undertones to it at all. So that was a little bit of a downside, but honestly, go in store, swatch the concealers you want, and I'm sure you will find something to suit you. So these are the concealers I'm going to be working with in a minute. So as you can see, I've already done the base of my makeup, I've done my foundation, and I've done my brows. Did this off camera earlier. Foundation I use, in case you're wondering, is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation for normal to oily greasy skin. I am using the shade 360 Mocha, but can we just take a minute to appreciate how matte this foundation is? I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but this foundation is so matte, and I haven't even set it with powder or anything. I literally primed, put the foundation on and left it like that, and it's just so matte. And I'm oily, I'm an oily bitch, like for real, so this is amazing. And I prime with the Makeup Revolution Pro Fit Oil Control Fixing Spray. It is a fixing spray, but it works really well as a primer as well, so that's what I use. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is take the shade C13, which is this one here, and I'm going to use that to clean up my brows with an angled liner brush. So when I clean up my brows with this concealer, I don't like to go straight from the applicator onto my brows. I like to pick up the product from the applicator using my angled liner brush. And I'm going to take a little bit of the same concealer and pop this on my lid as well. My lid is kind of dark, so I just like to have a kind of constant colour from below my brows to my lids. This concealer does dry quite quickly. You may find that there's some concealers you put them on and you kind of have to start blending it out straight away because they take because they just dry really quickly, and it's not a bad thing. In fact, I quite like it. I feel like it adds to the full coverageness of the concealer because it is a full coverage concealer. So yeah, I'm not complaining, to be honest. I quite like it. So this is what that looks like. I'm just going to go ahead and set that concealer to avoid creasing with some powder. So the next step is to highlight. So I'm going to be taking the same C13 concealer and I'm going to be popping that in the usual areas. This is going to be my initial highlight colour, and then I'm going to go in with C12 after. So as you can see, I'm just going straight from the applicator, unlike when I was cleaning up my brows. So just going with my foundation brush and another thing I've noticed about this concealer is it is really matte. It's full coverage, it's matte, it dries quickly, but I feel like because it dries quickly, like I said earlier, because it dries quickly, it adds to the more full coverageness of it and how matte it is. So absolutely love that. So for someone like me who has oily skin, it is like really good. As you can see, it's quite a subtle highlight. See, what's it, C13 on my skin, which is why I'm going to be using C12 as well. But obviously, if you like the more natural look and you're around my skin colour, then just C13 would work absolutely fine for you. But I do always live for a bright under eye highlight, so I am gonna go in with quite a bit more concealer. So I'm going back in with C12 for a brighter highlight, and I'm going straight in with the applicator. You can see it's just super creamy, full coverage, dry as matte. Absolutely love it. Yeah, that is how bright I like my concealer to be. It's not hella bright, like it's just like normal for me anyway. So this is the concealer done. This is a close-up of what the concealer is looking like, and it's looking good, baby. So I'm gonna I like to set my highlight before I contour. Obviously this is, you can do so at your discretion, but this is just how I usually highlight and contour when I cream contour. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that off camera. But in case you're wondering, the powders I use are a mix of 2 Makeup Revolution products. So this is the Makeup Revolution banana powder and the Makeup Revolution terracotta powder. So these are £5 a pop. Absolutely love them, and I've been using them together recently, so it kind of looks like this when you mix them together. So really nice blend of the 2 colours. And obviously this is a dupe of the banana powder, and then this is a dupe of the topaz powder. But yeah, these are what I always use to set my powders. Love them. And I'm gonna just do this off camera and get back to you guys. So I have set my face and left it to bake. So now I'm gonna go in with the darkest shade, C18 to cream contour. This colour is very rich, and when I first used it to cream contour, and it had been a hot minute since I cream contour, I went ham, especially on my forehead. So hopefully I can tone it down, because it's going to look like it's bad, but it's just because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So yeah, and I don't cream contour my nose. I've never really liked contouring my nose. More time I just use highlighter to make my nose more defined, and just set it in a way that makes it look more defined. So sorry, no nose cream contouring, but we will be doing the whole shebang. This colour is just so stunning. Like, I look at it and it's like melted chocolate. It's really nice. And I'm gonna put a little bit on my jawline to swallow up that double chin, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be using this kind of fluffy, can you imagine? I'm gonna be using this fluffy buffer brush to buff the product into my skin. So I'm gonna start on my forehead. You have a very round face, so I really do like to bring my contour in like that. So to blend this contour, what you want to do is you want to blend it up. You don't want to blend down, or you want to blend up, baby, right into your kind of what do you call it, cheekbone. For the area underneath that's a little bit messy, what you want to do is just go in with your foundation brush to clean it up, but I will show you guys that in a minute. So like I was saying earlier, if you want to clean up your contour, the underneath of your contour, this is even before you like what do you call it, that thing, clean up, reverse contour, you want to go in with your foundation brush. There is no product on the brush at the moment. Just go in and clean it up as such. Just going in, blending everything together. So now I'm going to go ahead and set my cream contour. Now that that is set, I'm going to go ahead and clean it up. I'm going to like reverse contour and clean up my contour with the same powder I used to set my concealer area. So this is what we've got for our face so far, and everything is looking good. The concealer is holding up really well, and obviously I haven't been like wearing it, I mean this particular use of concealer for a very long time, but I have worn it for like a whole day and it is sweet. Then I'm gonna go ahead and dust off my makeup, and then I'm gonna beat my face off camera, do the rest of my makeup off camera, and then I'm gonna come back and give you my overall review of these concealers. So I'm back, and as you can see, I finished my makeup off camera and we're glowing, baby. The overall review of these concealers, guys, is absolutely love them. In terms of the actual product, I have no faults whatsoever. They are full coverage, mattifying, and I actually enjoy that they dry quickly, because it just, like I kept saying, it adds to the full coverageness of the concealer. Love the packaging. I really do like the applicator. I mean, it would have been cool if it was like in a LA Girl Pro concealer form, but I feel like this is more Makeup Revolution, if you know what I mean. It's more their style, it's more sophisticated than the packaging of a LA Girl Pro concealer. No tea, no shade, just facts, baby. But really lovely concealers, super affordable. Like I said, only £4 a pop, easily accessible as well. They are you can get them from Superdrug, in store, online, and Tan Beauty, which, if you did not know, is the official website for Makeup Revolution products. So yeah, love the concealers. And if you watch this video to kind of find out whether or not you want to get them, I hope you have, from watching this video, decided to get them. So yeah, this is the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. Many more to come. I'm actually going to be reviewing the new Makeup Revolution Reloaded palettes. Let me just get them to show you real quick in case you don't know what they look like. Viewing these palettes in an upcoming video, probably the video after this one. This one's a little bit musty because I'll be using this all the time. Stunning. And these are also £4 a pop. They're the same price as the concealers, guys. Can you imagine that? It's just amazing. So I'm going to be reviewing those on my channel soon, so do look out for those if you are interested. And yeah, I hope to see you guys on my channel again. So like I said in the beginning, if you enjoy my content and you want to see more of me, which I hope you do, don't forget to like and comment, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button down below. Bye, thanks for watching.